Aloha, my name is Arthur Pavliska. I'm a realtor living on Hawaiʻi Island. I'm going to go over a few different properties with you today. If you're going to move to Hawaii and you would like me to cover specific areas or take a look at a particular price point, you can give me a call, send me an email or text, and I'd be happy to go over specific properties for you. If you're looking at listing your property, I'd be happy to do a market analysis to give a fair market valuation what your property is worth. We're going to go over a few properties today that have sold to give you a good idea of what is actually selling in Hawaiʻi Island. I'm going to throw together a few different properties so you can see different price points in different areas of the island. The first property that we're going to take a look at is in the Amperton Camp neighborhood. This is at Papaikou. Now this is a plantation style home. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 792 square foot home on 7,917 square feet, built in 1942. Let's take a look at the images. Starting out, you can see this is a older home built right on the road. Now, this is a single wall construction, meaning it is planking that runs vertically and holds up the roof. It looks like in this picture, someone has gone in and added siding to it. Looks like it could be perhaps vinyl siding. You can see how close together these homes are together. Now, this agent has listed on the bottom of the picture here information so we know what we're looking at. Has the MLS number and the address. Very thoughtful. Coming in, this is very unique. Now, you're going to notice some planking on the walls. They've actually refinished the bottom half of that planking and leaving the top painted. It's more common to have the entire wall painted. There is a banding that goes around. Now, this banding helps keep that planking together so it doesn't bow out. So it is going to be on most of the single wall constructions that you're going to see. They have refinished the floors. It's very charming. This is definitely very old school Hawaii. At some point, it looks like they may have taken out a wall to really elongate this room. This agent is really calling out, this is refinished hardwood floors. Beautiful little dining area. Opens right up to that bathroom. Thank you for closing the toilet. Another room of that with a note that they have replaced that ceiling. Very thoughtful to make sure and call out those details when we're looking at listings. Replace light fixtures. Here we have the original kitchen. So they've simply refurbished the cabinets. They've done a pretty great job. Newer looking plastic laminated countertop. Very fresh. Looking out the window, you may even get a little peekaboo view of that ocean. Very charming. Typical old Hawaii construction and layout. Done a great job freshening up this bedroom. Now here you can see the jalousie windows, which are those glass louvers. It allows a lot of airflow so that it helps to cool the room down. Bedroom number 2, decent size. You could get a nice sized bed in there. 2 windows. You can see the jalousie windows are frosted, so you get a little bit more privacy from that neighbor. This is a plantation style home in a what would have been a sugar mill camp, meaning different workers would be living in these homes right next to each other. So they do have some conveniences to give some privacy. Bedroom number 4, it looks like the original walls with some replacement. So they may have fixed some of the termite damage. Now, these walls are typically made of redwood, so they do resist termiting, but you do occasionally find some termiting or some water damage in a home of this age. That nice corner window with the jalousie windows letting in air, and looks like there's a little bit of a green view from that one. All the doors have been refinished. Now, someone has really gone through to bring back that old Hawaii charm in this beautiful structure and really shined it. Here you can see into that living space with the dining area and the lounge, going into that bedroom, which it looks like they also have finished as a living room. Now, in these homes, you would have upstairs in the old layout a toilet in a room often called a water closet with a single sink. And then downstairs, they would have a bathtub called a furo, a Japanese-style bathtub, and a shower, and then an additional toilet in the basement. Now, that's just traditional, and then at some points, they would convert those lower areas into more living space. Here we can see, once again, that old-style bathroom. And now it's giving us the note that there is an added shower in another room. And here is that shower. It's just a nice vinyl, clean, nothing outrageous, but very easy to keep clean, very serviceable. Now we get down to that basement level. Here you can see there is the laundry room, and beyond they actually have, someone caught in this picture. Oftentimes these outdoor spaces would be just additional outdoor living spaces. They've done a good job cleaning up this basement. Now you can see here we have the same redwood paneling that's been painted and several different bedrooms set up. Oftentimes families will rent these out or have a in-law. They would call that an ohana suite. Here we have, of course, the basement dining room with a small kitchenette setup. In the listing, they didn't list it as a separate living or rental unit. They simply listed as additional family living area. Very fresh, painted floor, looks like in great shape. Here you can see they've added in at some point some pine paneling. They have a little living room area set up here in the basement. There is as I was saying, the basement bathroom. So you have the toilet and a sink set up. Because these are cinder block walls. The pipes are exposed and running external. The covered carport. Now, oftentimes many of these carports are added without permitting. Now, this house was built before permitting was required. So they are oftentimes grandfathered in. You will find different permits for updates. But many of these do have added on lean-to carports, much like this, or additional living area that's very similar. Coming to the upstairs lanai, this is a very typical neighborhood. You are going to have some houses that are beautifully maintained, but you are going to have some houses with multi-generation families where they have sequestered different areas of the lawn for living. So coming from the mainland, you may not expect to see, as you can see here, the house across the way has several, it looks like derelict cars or parts cars that the family is using to keep their other vehicles running. Side backyard, very nice with the concrete slab. Something tells me at some point they had another structure there. Coming back to that laundry room that we saw in the beginning of the pictures, the water heater is there near the door, and that kitchenette we saw is backing up to the area. So that's just a nice big area, a freshly painted concrete floor. Now, for a very different view of Hawaii, we're going to go to so that you get an area. So you get an idea of where this is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Google Earth. And one of my favorite things is to see it scan in to where we are. This is on the Hamakua coast. You can see how close together these houses are, and they are in the middle of different orchards. Originally, these would have been the sugarcane fields. Very close to the ocean. Let's scan out. Once again, the Hamakua coast. Let's for reference, give an idea. Here we go. So that is how, in relationship to the rest of Hawaii, we are looking at that moment. Let's go to our next property. Now, this is a home built in 2023 for $325,000. It sold for, this is a home that listed at $3,250,000 and sold for $3,200. Now, this is a house that sold. Now, this is a house that listed for $3,250,000 and sold for $3,200,000. It is in Lava Zone 4. So this is going to be a resort area of Kona. Let's go ahead and take a look at these pictures. Once again, beautiful swimming pool. To the left, it is a turf lawn. That is a synthetic turf. It is a coming into the inside. This is the leeward side of the island. So you're going to get beautiful sunset views. This is the view that you'd be able to have every day. We're looking at the dining room as you come in. You can see they have polished and stained the concrete flooring. You have the Thai shrimp baskets used as lighting. Very on trend today. That beautiful fake turf. So zero maintenance. You're not going to be getting grass in that pool. Once again, you're facing that beautiful sunset. Here we go in the daytime shot. They are surrounding the property with a rock wall. You can see they are calling out in this picture, and thank you very much, a 55-foot saltwater pool that's going to give you a little bit less maintenance and no harsh chemicals. Beautifully landscaped, mature plantings in the front. You can see opposed to the other side of the island where you're going to have a lot of weeding. This area is very dry and very sunny, which is why a lot of more expensive resorts and homes are being found on the west side of the island because it is more consistently sunny, not as much rain. Kitchen, once again, very beautiful cabinetry, granite countertop, beautiful pendant lighting, a view out to the ocean. An idealized Hawaii home. Coming through that front door, you open right up to the dining area and that's particular view. Now, if you're selling this house to an Asian customer, you may want to give a thought to how to improve the feng shui. In traditional feng shui, opening a door and being able to see through the home would cause a lot of turbulence as your luck would go through the front and exit out the back without stopping. So give a thought to that. If you're representing the property, giving a thought to that. If I'm representing your property, we're going to take a look at the feng shui so that we're appealing to a broader range of clientele. Another view of that kitchen, very clean, very crisp, very contemporary, on trend with that top of the line Heston appliances. Thank you very much to this realtor for calling that out. That is definitely something you want to call out as often as possible when I'm listing a property. Great room with everything open. This is ideally how so many clients are wanting to live today. They have a picture up on that television screen, so you're not just looking at a blank screen all the time. Gotta love these bright, beautiful new homes that were professionally decorated. Very inviting. Can't get away from that ocean view and those beautiful palm trees and that spectacular pool. This is resort style living at its best here in Kailua Kona. Great sitting areas inside and out, areas flowing one into the next. I can't find anything wrong with these pictures, anything wrong with this home. This is definitely spectacular, and it certainly shows in the price point. Here we go with the primary bedroom, number 1. Once again, opening up to that pool, so you're only feet away from having a nice refreshing dip. The primary bedroom has the storage with that peekaboo view behind the headboard. Great his and her sinks with the granite marble countertops, matching cabinetry consistent from one room to the other, that polished and stained concrete flooring. And just beyond, you can see it opens up to an outdoor shower that's fully landscaped for that resort feel. Everything, every attention to detail here is called out. Loving these cabinets. Moving into the shower, beautiful, more contemporary, on-trend cabinetry with that rain shower head, handheld shower as well. Nice nook that has been merchandised with both a couple of bottles of shampoo and some decorative items. This is how you photograph a shower. Nice contrast with that towel that's been merchandised there. Here's that outdoor shower we could see from the master primary suite, going to an outdoor soaking tub, as well as a stand-up shower off bedroom number 1. Here we go to bedroom number 2, or primary suite number 2. Once again, opening up with a door to the exterior. We have a nice lounge seating. This is a huge room. Ne'er say that we could entertain in this room, have a couple of guests. Or simply have enough room that you're not on top of each other. Beautiful ocean view opening up, you can see from that bedroom. Television is maybe a little on the small side for that size of room. Coming to that bathroom, in the second primary suite, you have the black rock tile flooring. Looks like a handmade tile on the wall. Seating in that shower, another rain head, and also a handheld at opposite ends. So certainly a shower that two people can comfortably use together without initially being on top of each other, but also allowing for some intimate time in the bathroom. Beautiful shower. They've have the window right in the shower and frosted the lower panel so that if someone's right outside, you do still get that privacy. We have bedroom number 3 here, set up for children, but look how big and spacious this bedroom is. Individual light sconces over the bed. Beautiful stained concrete flooring throughout, very consistent. Here is that bathroom number 3, very well appointed. We have that handmade tile on the wall, on trend with the black bathroom fixtures and accenting black and white accessories. Bedroom number 4 currently used as a gym. Thank you for labeling that. This is a great listing. Everything is done very well. Beautiful listing. This opens up also to an outdoor courtyard. They have a great size television, exercise room. Love how they're staging every part of this property so that an owner can see a fully realized dream home, fall in love, and hopefully make a purchase without hesitation. It looks like they've set up a creative space that perhaps it's in that same gym. It doesn't really give us an idea where that is. And here, of course, is the last shot, a bird's eye view of the home, showing off that spectacular outdoor lighting and landscaping. This was a beautiful home. Now, the two different properties that we have looked at, both the Kailua Kona home, the resort-style living, and the home that sold for $455, the Papaikou home on the windward side of the island, old style Hawaiian construction. This is what our grandparents would have seen living here in Hawaii. Two different versions of Hawaii. If you have any questions about these properties, or you would like to see other properties at a specific price point or a specific style or different areas of the island, go ahead and send me an email, phone call, or pop me a text. I'd happy to go over that with you. This is Arthur again. Thank you for watching. Like below, hit the subscribe button so you can see more listings here on Hawaiʻi Island. A hui ho.